The more that scientists study the origin of life, the stronger the case becomes for the existence of God. Inside of every human, we have DNA, which contains as many as 10 billion atoms inside of us. And DNA is very important to us, and it guides our every move. It works very similar in the way that a computer code works. Computer code is ordered in a binary system, and DNA code, which is abbreviated in 4 letters, A, T, G, and C, act a lot like ones and zeros in binary code. The order in which these 4 letters are arranged determines how we function as humans. Just to grasp how large our DNA code is. If we read 3 letters per second of our code, it would take 31 years of day and night reading to finish reading just one person's unique code. Information in DNA and RNA provide a problem for researchers who believe that it can come about by natural processes. Even if RNA is a precursor to DNA, RNA would still have to be rich in information to be able to replicate. Information must exist before it can transform. The amazing thing about our DNA is that our genetic sequence has purpose. It doesn't just do things randomly, but rather it serves a greater purpose. In our own personal experience, information comes from intelligent sources. My computer that I'm using right now is programmed by intelligence. A letter was written by intelligent sources. So why should we believe that the most complex code wasn't written but comes about by a natural process? I'm not saying that this is impossible, but it's very, very unlikely. But atheists have already ruled out an intelligent designer, so it must come about via natural process if you are an atheist. For DNA to come about by natural processes, the tools would have to be limited to matter, chance, and the laws of science. If DNA and life came by chance, you can only use 3 things to explain it: matter, chance, and the laws of science. The chance arrangement of DNA and life is very improbable. If you don't believe me, just Google the probability of life coming about by natural processes. You will get a very, very small probability, if any at all. As Paul Davies, an English physicist, says, we are still left with the mystery of where biological information comes from. If the normal laws of physics can't inject information, and if we are ruling out miracles, then how can life be predetermined and inevitable rather than a freak accident? How it is possible to generate random complexity and specifically together in a law-like manner? We always come back to that basic paradox. I'll say it again. The probability of life coming about by a natural process is incredibly slim if there is any probability at all. Francis Collins, the director of the Human Genome Project, said this about studying the human genome. It is humbling for me and awe-inspiring to realize that we have caught the first glimpse of our instruction book, previously known only to God. When we look at DNA, we can see the mind of God. So given the utter improbability of life occurring by a natural process, the best explanation is that our DNA was designed. And given that every code has a coder in our experience, why should the most complex code be any different?